Let's go. Street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, Jake and O. Sports professor, you know.
Street professor back again, it's game time. A la playa, no playtime, it's play guy. Cause we ain't talking about practice like AI. Sports professor spit the best takes out like AI. Artfully intelligent, I can't write mine. Rhyme citing your girl's DMs like Messi after the goal time. That was a triple entendre, did you catch me rambling? Flipping Simone Biles, we the bottom line champion. Let's go. Street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, Jake and O. Sports professor, you know. Yo, Street Professor, I'm back, baby, like I never left. Bottom line, flow, canteen, hot take, Jake and O. Street!
Stop! Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't even want my slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then a double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home.
Yo.
Go hard, or go home.
Yo. Hey. I'm gonna go hard or go home. Welcome back to the bottom line. Episode 1, 2, 6. OMAR. Canteen not there. We don't know where he's at. You want to take a potty break? I don't know. Somewhere. Oh, I'm gonna go hard or go home. Just wanted to remind you, Jake, that I am still. That's
Shut up,
the champ sports professor. Champ is in the building. Hey, Ronald, I completely agree, baby. Jake's Lakers, those Panters are going down in style. What up?
Well.
What up?
We'll talk about it.
All right.
And Flo, you cannot be biased tonight. Everything comes on the table when we talk about this discussion because I got a lot of things on my mind that must be said.
You know, I don't like to get political on here, so you better just be careful.
No, man, Flo, we got to move beyond that. We really got to share our honest opinions because
they don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear
beyond the politics, bro.
There's nothing beyond politics when we start getting
into this on your side. I want to hear this.
Bro, it's beyond the politics, man. If we don't start...
It's not beyond the politics. Everything is political, Canty. Have you learned that? That's why I wanted to avoid the politics. Like, okay, we might get into it. We'll see.
He was very cocky at his press conference today. Let's just say that.
Yeah, confident in what? No coaching experience.
No experience.
Like what?
Don't hate.
But Jake.
Now you supporting it.
Now he's supporting it. He hated the idea a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you didn't like the idea a couple weeks ago.
He was off for who was it? He was off for
Hurley.
He was off for Hurley, man. Now all of a sudden,
I see you flipping on your boy
all of
already.
A sudden, all right.
Built-in excuse.
Welcome to the show. Hey, you know what we like to start out with? Hey, Professor. So we always talk NHL, and NHL's over. So congratulations to the Panthers. But we'll talk a little bit about that, and we'll talk a little MLB. But then there's always a surprise mix from the mixed bag, the Professor mixed bag. We always have one or two surprise sports that we're going to talk about. Do you have any surprises for us in the mixed bag? You don't have to talk about it now. Okay, good.
I do. Let me go ahead and give you let's do the hockey and the baseball, and then I'll give you
let's go the hockey, the Professor mixed bag. Let's go.
Y'all, it is finally done. It has been achieved, the Florida Panthers, who last year lost in the Stanley Cup Finals, has now won the Stanley Cup. They are down at 4 in Florida. They're down in Miami. They're at the same Live nightclub my Celtics were at last week, and I was with them. And so, anyways, what you see is Florida, they were the best team all year, pretty much. They had the best team overall, not just one player here and there, although they had the great Matthew Tkachuk. They got Sergei Bobrovsky in goal, who had 23 saves last night. Alexander Barkov, their captain, stringing them along. They almost gave it up. They were up 3-0. Edmonton won 3 games in a row with the great Connor McDavid, who won, by the way, the Conn Smythe Trophy as the MVP of the whole playoffs, even though his team lost. First person to do that since 1993, Anaheim's Jean-Pierre Gougier. I hope I pronounced that correctly. But anyway, so that's what happened. And they won 5 before that.
Does this take a little bit of the kind of the shine off his MVP? Because it looked like he was going to win or lose, but like you said, that's never really happened with the losing team. Does that take a little shine off of him? Because people were talking about him being Wayne Gretzky, top 3, 2 or 3, maybe best ever if they end up pulling this out. Does this take a little shine off of that?
It does take a little bit of shine off the MVP when it comes from the losing team. I think he would even admit that. Last night he didn't even come out to get the MVP trophy. He stayed in the locker room and left them looking pretty stupid with the commissioner holding the trophy for a few minutes. So he didn't even come out to get it. So I think he would agree with you. This is the first time it's been from the losing team since 1993. So it's been 30 years since the last time this happened. But he did break Wayne Gretzky's playoff assist record, so he is that great.
Okay, so does this kind of take him down maybe a notch or half a notch, not pulling the whole comeback, or this doesn't really hurt him because he's that great?
I mean, the only thing it would hurt is maybe the fact that he didn't win a cup, but he's still fairly young and has a long time to go. They still got a good team that should be in contention. So, I mean, if he were to win one in the future, I don't see why this would hurt his legacy. He is a pretty amazing player.
Right. I'm not saying long term. I'm saying right now it kind of hurts him. Like if he would have won it, he would have took a big jump. But now that he didn't, he doesn't get that big extra jump.
Sure, but I mean that's anybody who loses in the championship. But like I said, he still got time. So I think he'll be fine.
Okay. Any questions, Jake? I know Canteen doesn't have anything.
Repeat. What do you think, Omar? I know it's really early, but do these guys have a chance to build a dynasty, or is it just like as of recent years, it's been just new. I think they've had a new championship every 4 or 5 years now. What's going on?
Yeah. So no,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say Florida has their whole team coming back, just like the Celtics. So a repeat is definitely possible. They are the favorites to repeat, but again, hockey is very hard, as you were just saying, to be able to repeat. It's not like the olden days when the Montreal Canadiens and the Edmonton Oilers had their long dynasties. Hockey, you don't do that anymore.
But isn't it the second year that Florida made it in a row?
They did. They lost last year.
You see, I had to sneak the Celtics in there.
Oh, you
right?
Yeah, I sneaked them in there.
Sneak a little Celtics love in there from the sports professor, the champ.
But yeah, they have a chance to repeat, and then possibly I don't think a dynasty, because I don't think that happens in hockey anymore. But definitely a repeat is possible.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Jake?
That was
all right. It's Europe Canteen. It's baseball, so you might have something to say here.
Man. So when we look at the baseball, man, I mean the standings.
Hey, wait! Oh, this is the professor's mixed bag, man.
Oh,
I don't mind. You can give the standings. That's okay.
All right, Pan. Go ahead. Kick it off. For the professor.
All right, hey, man. So when we look at the standings right now, man, the American League, man, the Yankees are still that team. They're still 2 games above. The Orioles still doing their thing in the American League East. The Cleveland Guardians, are 50-26. They're 8 games ahead of the Twins. The Mariners are 45-36. They're 5.5 games against what is that? FLO's Astros? No, FLO's are Rangers.
Ranger? What is Astros?
Oh, your Rangers are which one, FLO? Yeah,
it's the Rangers, man. Come on, man.
Oh, okay. So your Rangers.
Who won last year, Canteen? Figure that out, and then you'll know who my team is.
Your Rangers are 7 games behind, man. But when we look at the National League, I mean, the Phillies are still knocking fire, 52-26. The Braves are 8 games behind them. The Brewers are still kicking butt, 46-33, and the lonely Dodgers are 49-31. Man, as we approach the All-Star break in the next couple of weeks, it's do or die for a lot of these baseball teams. But right now, as I said last week, man, my projection from the National League right now, man, the Dodgers are doing their thing, man. I don't foresee anybody catching them in the West. The Brewers are still kicking in the Central National League, and I think the Phillies are doing their thing. And for Jake's purposes, Jake Montoya's sole purpose, I think the Yankees are going to win the American League. That's Canteen's take on that, man.
I don't see any competition. I see no competition.
Hey, you heard it here first.
All right, Professor, give us your. I know you have a spiel, but haven't the Yankees fallen back a little bit? I mean, they're only 2 games into the Baltimore now. Yeah, so they've kind of fallen back a little, right?
Yeah, they got mollywopped by the Orioles over the weekend, losing 17-5, and then losing both games to the Orioles. But then the Orioles went and crapped the bed and lost 4 in a row to Houston. So that kept the Yankees on top of the division. But this is what's going to combat the Yankees from possibly winning it all. And again, I hate the damn Yankees, so screw them. I hope they do. But this is what would stop them from winning is going to be their own injuries. Now, right after they get back Garrett Cole, now Giancarlo Stanton and Anthony Rizzo are both now on the long-term disabled list. So they're going to have to overcome injuries if they want to win the whole thing. Same thing with the Dodgers.
Okay. Jake, you got anything for the professor on MLB?
I know we have the All-Star game coming up soon. Any early predictions on that? Who you think's going to kind of take it?
So the All-Star game is really the only reason it really matters in terms of seedings.
Home field advantage.
Yeah, it's home field advantage in the World Series. It all depends on if you're going to give me starting lineup with Mookie Betts now being injured, I would probably take the AL.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to get at.
In most years,
Yankees most likely will have home field advantage when the World Series happens.
I see why you were asking that now.
I noticed what was going on in the NL.
No, you're right, and that definitely could be possible. The AL wins most years. Now, in the past, that was because the designated hitter was in the AL and the NL didn't have it. But now they both have it, so it's a little more equal. But yeah, I think the AL has. It's going to be pretty good. It's going to be Judge versus Ohtani. You're going to have, Garrett Cole's not going to be included because he's injured all year, so you're not going to have him. But you should get Soto in. You should get Luis Gil in, that rookie you have who's been replacing Cole all year, pitching really well.
Yeah. So real quick before Ken and Jake maybe have another question, I was going to say everyone's favorite or the kind of the deemed favorite. It used to be the slam dunk contest in NBA, but it's the home run derby. It looks like Shohan and maybe Pete Alonso, maybe Aaron Judge are going to be battling for that. I mean, Shohani's the odds-on favorite. Who do you like in that home run derby, Professor?
I don't know, but I don't know who you call it. You said like Shohani and Shohei Ohtani. You called him like four names in the past 2 seconds. So Shohei Ohtani. I don't know if he's going to be in the home run.
No, I said Alonso.
Alonso definitely will be. Will be. He already confirmed that. It all depends a lot. Some hitters don't want to do it because they think it messes up their swing. But that would be amazing. Alonso, Ohtani, and Judge all in the home run.
Right.
That's watch television right
Who do you like in that? I mean, who do you like in there?
I always like Pete Alonso, the big polar bear, baby.
I was gonna say I said it because of the Mets. I knew he's.
Which, by the way, I take that back. The Guardians are the second hottest team. The hottest team.
They play pretty good baseball.
New York Mets, baby, 13-6 in June. We are back in the hunt.
Is there anyone maybe a sleeper in the home run derby you'd like?
I would like Julio Rodriguez to win it.
Oh,
he has the flair and the dramatic, or maybe even if Juan Soto were to enter, that would be cool.
No, Adolis Garcia maybe.
Adolis Garcia,
the power back. The hero from last year's.
Yeah, I always love him.
Outside shot, maybe. Okay.
Ohtani.
And any other questions for MLB for the Sports Professor guys?
Hey, Omar, what do you think about Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? You think he'll be a good shot from Toronto being the home run derby? Vladimir Guerrero Jr.?
Yeah, probably a good shot to be in the home run derby. Now, will it be for Toronto? We don't know because now with Giancarlo Stanton out, rumors in the rumor mill from my MLB insider Mike Levy, shout out. He gave me the rumors are that the Yankees are interested in Vladimir Guerrero, which would be ridiculous. And Vladdy is also interested in going to the.
Now what about your fellow Met guy, Pete Alonso? You think he's pretty good too, Pete Alonso.
He is good, and as long as the Mets stumble here, he's
like 2 minutes, can't he?
But, yeah. No, I love on
that. I was caveating on that, fellow.
Okay, you were caveating. Okay. All right, so we had 25 on the live, 24 on the live. Shout out to everybody watching on the live. Go ahead and comment. There's somewhere they can find us, Omar. I was thinking there was a place they could find us in case they want to, subscribe or something.
At the Bottom Line Sports.
The Bottom Line Sports. On all your platforms, find us there. Yeah, all right. So any other questions?
Also, one more note about baseball. I have to give a shout out to the rookie that has taken over baseball. I haven't mentioned him before, even though I've thought about him every time. I wanted to wait to make sure it was real. Paul Skeens, the number one pick, the ace now in Pittsburgh. He came out as a rookie. He's throwing 100-mile-per-hour fastballs, striking out everybody, and he is pitching awesome. So shout out to Paul Skeens.
Paul Skeens. Shout out to Paul Skeens. All right. So what is the surprise sport or sports topic that you have for this, Professor?
Gentlemen, my friends, we have two things today. One, the first is going to be a shout out to the U.S. Cricket team. You said, what? We have a cricket team in the United States? Yes, we do. And we shocked the world by getting to the top 8 in the World Cricket Cup. So the U.S. is on the rise. Unfortunately, they were bounced once they made the top 8. But you know what? Shout out, because we have never had anything good in cricket. So now they're starting to move up in the world like elevators. Shout out to the U.S. team. Also,
Shout out to 16-year-old track and field phenom Quincy Wilson from Potomac, Maryland. Shout out from back from my DMV. He fell just short of an automatic Olympic berth yesterday, placing 6th in the 400 meter. But this kid is 16 years old, and he's running with grown men, and he's running just as fast as him. He can still make it as a relay possibly in the next few days, but he's definitely a lock for every single fast person title in the future. So shout out Quincy Wilson, 16-year-old phenom.
Wow, shout out to him. All right. So I thought maybe you were going to talk a little Paris 2024, a little more about that. What's your favorite sport in the Olympics, Professor? You have a favorite sport or maybe a couple of them?
I think most people would agree that the primetime sports when it comes to the Summer Olympics is usually your track and field and your especially your running, your sprints, your 100-meter dash, your 200, your 400, your
right,
and also your swimming, right? Because you got
right.
We still got Katie Ledecky out there kicking ass for the Americans, and swimming is also very, very entertaining to watch in primetime. Right. I think that would be the go-to for anybody because I believe when you look at the metrics, those are the two highest watched sports when it comes to Summer Olympics, and those would be my favorite.
Okay. And any new sports coming into the Olympics or fairly new that you're looking forward to maybe seeing a little bit of?
I mean, possibly. I know that they were talking about, and I don't know how far this has gotten, but I know they were talking about bringing possibly some flag football. I would like to see that in the Olympics.
Yeah, didn't they bring on? I thought they brought on 3-on-3 basketball or something like that. Was that? Or
they
that
did,
just...
I think, already, and that's awesome too. I like that.
Right, that would be cool. I'd kind of like to see that Olympic. 3-on-3. I feel like I could maybe still get in there and maybe go to the Olympics on 3-on-3.
I don't think so, Flo. I think
okay. Yeah, oh well. Anyway,
I support you anyway.
All right.
So.
And anything else for the Professor's mixed bag, guys?
I like it. Good one.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Sports Professor.
Bag.
The Sports Professor's mix bag. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so let's move on to a little basketball, a little NBA. So big news of this past week is JJ Redick was finally named the coach, had his first press conference. I know Canteen was chomping at the bit to talk about this. I don't know if he wants to go first, but we can go Canteen and then
I'll go first.
And then
I'll go last.
Jake. Okay, and we'll do Professor last. Go ahead, give us your take on this JJ Redick as the new coach for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Man, I think this is the most pathetic.
Worst
NBA hire. Let me say this, man. The majority of the guys that he want to make as his assistant coaches have much more experience than him. JJ Redick, what college?
Well, wouldn't you want that as a coach? Wouldn't you want somebody?
Let me finish. The floor is mine.
Okay.
Hey, what? First of all, he don't have Pee Wee League, high school, middle school, no college, no coaching experience at all.
Not anything at all.
No coaching experience at all. And then what the Lakers have allowed is LeBron James to be a dictator and dictate their organization.
Dictator.
So you bring in a guy like JJ Redick with no experience, so you can have a guy like LeBron James try to ride this ship and try to run the organization. You're gonna fail miserably. Here's my objection, man. Sam Cassell. Why in the hell would you bring in a guy like Sam Cassell, who's won championships, who's been on coaching for championship teams, but no Jimmy Bus? You guys settled for a so-called commentator who barely knows anything about damn basketball or sports in general. In JJ Redick, who was a subpar coach, he was a subpar player in college. He didn't last in the NBA. Oh, and now he is head coaching material. You do the math. What do y'all think? It's pathetic. And Jake, for you to be a LeBron sexual, whatever, Y'all are gonna fail miserably. Yeah. Over with.
Oh, shout out my boy Bull.
Man, I hadn't seen you this passionate since the Falcons lost into Patriots.
Bro, they had to be said, man. Had to be said.
Okay,
I mean, you're
go
right.
ahead, Jake. Defend your team or your player, I guess.
He ain't got nothing to defend.
Ain't got nothing to defend.
I
Nothing.
got 2 words for y'all. 2 words.
Yes, we suck.
Steve Kerr. Let me tell you something.
Oh my goodness! Are
Steve
we doing this
Kerr
argument?
was never a coach before he coached the Warriors.
He was I'll give you that.
Canteen, you talk,
Buddy,
Canteen.
buddy.
Please let a legacy talk. Let Hot Take Jake, the
Let
man
a
that
legacy
is legend,
talk.
talk.
Get him, Canteen. Hey, this is your show. You do
Now,
what you want
let me
there,
finish
Canteen.
this up.
No.
Was it a smart move? Guys, the best moves are always the quiet ones. Eric Spoelstra, when he was hired,
How quiet? Wait,
was great.
quiet.
Steve Kerr getting grabbed wasn't crazy big news. I love what the Lakers did, and let me tell you something. I think we're watching a low-key top 5 head coach of this generation coming up, and let me tell you why. I looked up JJ Redick. JJ Redick's played for the league for 15 years.
Why do you
For
let him on
6
the show?
teams.
Still, every week, you do this, so.
Can y'all stop laughing?
I'm
What are we doing here?
Testing.
He played in the league for 15 years on 6 teams. He has had Doc Rivers as a head coach. He has had many veteran players as his teammates, such as Chris Paul. He has done the craziest thing ever. And I love that he just was on a podcast with LeBron. They were getting closer and closer. It was more of an interview process for LeBron, in my opinion. Let me tell you something.
Wow.
I think this starts, and y'all heard it here first. This is going to start.
No,
a
not
Laker
one of those.
dynasty. Hold on.
Not that you heard it here first.
I believe in 2 years, the Lakers will finally get the ring they're wanting, as a LeBron farewell tour will be in the works. And I think a true dynasty will be worked, because I do believe one of 2 things happens. I'm going to give y'all two names that they're trying to give us, and one name I want to give back to the Lakers. I'm hearing Trae Young we are going to go after in the offseason. If we do get it, I would like it, but I'll put up another name. There's a guy in Memphis that doesn't get along with that team, and I think if he's around veterans, he becomes a great basketball player. I put all my eggs in the basket for Ja Morant. I go get a hold of Ja Morant, find out what is needed. The Memphis Grizzlies are not doing anything to build that team. If I do that, I promise you, this is going to be the start of a new era. I love JJ Redick's interview process.
Man.
When he was introduced as a head coach, he let it be known that he is there for the long haul. Let's see who laughs last in 2 years. Give them in 2 years, and we will be in the NBA Finals, no doubt in my mind. Go ahead, Omar. I don't know why it's funny.
Bro, you ain't making no sense.
Wait. Before you go, Omar, and maybe you can address this in your diatribe. Where was this, Jake, the whole time before that JJ Redick was going to be this all-time great before he got hired? Where was
I had no idea LeBron was interviewing him the whole time they were doing the podcast.
It doesn't matter. If you think this about JJ, you should have said it prior to his being hired. You should have said that's the guy.
Well, sometimes, Flo, you know what, Flo? I'll tell you a little quick story about my wife. I didn't know that was the woman of my life until, I've known her for over 10 years. Didn't know. Out of nowhere, just popped out. Crazy.
So the Lakers are as dumb as you are?
The same thing with JJ Redick.
Is that what you're saying?
It will not take.
So the Lakers are as dysfunctional as you are.
5 years. I'm telling you, in 2 years we will be in the NBA Finals, and I think by the third year, I think he wins his first ring. I think JJ Redick wins and I think that's the LeBron farewell tour. I think LeBron has 3 good years left in him. They win just like a David Robinson ending. He leaves on top.
Madon likes your take.
How about
Go ahead, Omar.
Go ahead, Omar. So can you bring sanity back to the show, would you?
Yeah. Well, and first of all, before I get into the fact that we're not going to gloss over the fact that Jake, who has completely trashed Doc Rivers in the past, just tried to use Doc Rivers to make his point by saying that JJ Redick learned underneath him. So let's not gloss over that fact. Let's not gloss over this other fact. And that fact is that I keep trying to promote this show to people. I tell Canteen, go invite people. We come on this show every week and we ask people Flo to do what? We ask them to go to @TheBottomLineSports and join our group. Go to @TheBottomLineSports, subscribe to the YouTube. Go to @TheBottomLineSports, follow on Twitter. We ask the people to do all these things because we think that they will enjoy our show. And then we bring on this garbage, this anatomically incorrect sports freaking non-analyst, journalist, horrible take Jake with these horrible takes, and it just discredits us. It makes us look bad. It brings our sports IQ down a few notches, and I'm frankly sick and tired of this. And I'm going to start protesting the show and not coming on until Jake is replaced with somebody better.
Come on now.
That being said, I'm just joking. I love you, Jake. I think it's a horrible hire. JJ Redick, I don't agree with one thing that Ken said. I do think that JJ Redick has a very smart basketball IQ. Whether or not that he wasn't a great player in the league, yes, that I agree with. But I think that he does have a high basketball IQ. But does that mean that that's going to work anyways? More often than not, it doesn't with LeBron. And why should we assume that because they're friends, that's going to make this work any better? Hey, for high
you're thinking about why it works if they're friends, because it's going to be too close, too close to the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm always on my pedestal, brother. You know that. That's why they put me up here.
Please stop. He's overdoing this. Go.
To speak to
shout out 31 on the live. Appreciate everybody. Hit that like button. Go subscribe. 31 on the live.
Subscribe, but not for Hot Take Jake. Please don't disappoint.
Please. No. Because he who laughs loudest. Remember that.
Dude, y'all are not winning the championship. You have no team that win a championship.
Year.
You want to trade? You want to trade for John Morant? You have no pieces. You have no pieces to trade for John Morant. They don't want any of your players. Not a damn one of your players.
I think we give Austin Reeves away, and I think honestly we give that number 55 pick that we have.
Okay.
And you think
give
that's
Austin
enough
Reeves
to get John Morant?
2027 first round pick.
Okay,
I would do all three of those.
Wow.
You do that.
Still not enough.
Stop. John Morant's literally practically dying out there in Memphis with nothing to be promised for him.
Oh, wait.
I mean, if he's dying, it was self-inflicted. So, let's not forget that. That being said,
but hold on. Does he have a veteran, Omar? Does he have a veteran with him out there in Memphis?
He didn't. Now he does. He has Marcus Smart, baby. Marcus. I love some Marcus Smart. Miss you, brother. We miss you. Wish you were a champion.
That was the best move y'all made, though. To be fair, Omar, getting rid of him and bringing him in.
I'm so dumbfounded that we're hating on this.
I agree.
Yeah.
We're not hating, Jake. We're not. As shout out, keep it at 100. One of my favorite podcasts with Conan and Disco. He says they're not hating; they're just stating, and that's what we're doing, Jake. We are just giving you facts, and the fact is, the Lakers stand no chance of winning a title until LeBron is gone, and that's it.
Right.
I think now you have to think. But this is the last take, and then I'm done. You have to think of what you did to Kobe. What did you do to Kobe? You let him hobble and not get any chance at a championship his last 4 years.
Right.
Do not do the same to Bron. And I think that's why JJ Redick was hired for that reason.
And Canteen.
Okay, so Jay.
Go ahead, Ken. I was going to say.
Why would you hire?
Before you go, you remember you're going to bring that up. I was going to say, why not Sam Cassell? I know you talked about Sam Cassell.
Yeah, Cassell.
Cassell needs a job in the league.
Well, go ahead. Elaborate on that.
Go ahead, Canteen.
So So I'm asking. So why would you take a Rondo over a Sam Cassell? Or why wouldn't you take the I forgot the guy that they could have picked up the guy that they fired at Detroit, and he was only there for one season.
Yeah, Monty
Williams.
Monty Williams there for one season. They Detroit still got to pay him. They still got to pay him.
Didn't he take the Suns to the championship?
Yeah, to the finals.
The Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That would have been a better hire.
But Jay, you believe in JJ Redick?
JJ.
Hold on. Let me answer first. Let me answer first. What is Sam Cassell? Isn't he assistant head coach? Isn't he assistant coach? At
least he has experience.
15 years.
And a lot of good experience.
What's his experience? The Celtics didn't do nothing for a while.
What's JJ's experience?
He's been coaching for a long time. What are you talking about, JJ?
My whole thing is you're practically nitpicking one coach to another. Let me tell you something about Redick.
Because we're talking about a coach who has multiple years of experience in the league versus a coach who has only coached 8-year-old girls. That's what we're talking about, dude. That's the difference. Get that through your head.
Was Steve Kerr an experienced head coach when he got hired?
No. So let me check you. Let me check you about the Steve Kerr thing.
An experienced head coach before he got hired.
Okay. Let me say this, Jake. The Golden State Warriors were an established team before Steve Kerr got there.
But Steve Kerr also had
If that was the case, Canteen, Mike Jansen would have won.
He was gifted.
He was gifted that. They fired Mark Jackson.
Hey, if they would have given me that team, I'd have won a championship, man.
Oh, stop. Now you're throwing Steve Kerr like he's a piece of mashed potato. Stop it, Omar.
The team was already there. They got rid of Mark Jackson. The next year, Steve Kerr came in there and won a championship with the same players that Mark
shows you the difference in coaching.
But to be fair, he did coach. He did coach under Popovich. I mean, he was. He did coach a couple of years here and there.
Guys, when y'all get a chance, go watch that podcast. Redick is not just talking out of his ass. He's talking real logistics.
We're not saying that he doesn't have a good basketball IQ. He does. What we're saying is that experience matters when it comes to coaching.
Okay? Cassell has had over 15 years of consecutive coaching experience in the National Basketball Association.
Then why isn't he hired? There's 30 teams, Canteen. Why is Cassell not hired right now as a head coach?
Come on. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Come on.
Why? That's true. That's a good question, though. That's a good question, Canteen.
He should have been hired already. He should have been hired already. I don't know if it's maybe an attitude thing or maybe, I don't know. He was good with us.
Hey, let me tell you something. If I keep seeing my Oreo cookies empty and I keep seeing my son with some crumbs on his face, I'm going to start wondering, hey, did you eat the Oreos? Look at it, man. Be real right here.
That's a good analogy. I'm trying to think of that.
Analogy? What are you talking
about? That analogy didn't quite go, Jake. I was like, girl.
But Jake, you know, man, I'm telling you, bro, Jake.
Where's Cam's laugh?
I don't even want to go there tonight. I don't even want to go that far tonight. I don't want to go far.
I think time will show everybody who's right and who's
wrong. What I want to say is right. You can count on one hand. One hand.
Jake, you're a clown. You're a clown.
I can't wait till it comes backfires.
Hong Kong. Hong Kong. The Lakers are some clowns. Hong Kong. That's my favorite ever.
Canteen's laugh for those of you who don't know what that is. That's my Canteen's laugh that we recorded and we use it every now and then at the appropriate time.
But Flo, to end this conversation, man. And right. As I said, man, I don't like to pull the race card and nothing like that, bro. You know I don't like to pull that. But at the end of the day, they favor Redick over Sam Cassell, man. And LeBron had a bias in that, man. Everybody knows that. Everybody know that.
What about what Alan's saying, though? Here, today's players don't want a coach that's going to push them too hard. They want players.
They want somebody soft like toilet paper. He's soft, inexperienced, and he don't know nothing. You get a Sam Cassell, any coach that's been in LA that got some structure, order, and discipline, nobody wants them. Nobody wants coaches like that.
Right.
I agree with that.
I mean, that's it. Pop, you see, Pop is kind of that way. He's really rigid and he's struggling. He's been struggling for a few years now.
I think we're giving a lot. We're giving a lot of grief and a lot of anger towards Redick for being able to skip a lot of people over. But you know what? I think something that you have to understand is Redick is an experienced basketball player who knows what he's doing. He is smart. He is not no idiot. He knows the game of basketball. This is Steve Kerr in the making a second time.
Well, this is a good point. You could have used this point, Jake Mazzulla. He didn't have a lot of coaching experience at a high level. He was coaching at a junior college. But he didn't really have
I'm thinking of
high-level coaching experience.
That too, but former NBA players that have seen the game and been around experienced players, great veterans. Being around Chris Paul puts you in that game. Really makes you understand the game.
All right. You were talking about trades earlier, Jake. One of the trades that's been roaming around the Rumorville is that the Houston Rockets are going to make a push to get KD and Jimmy Buckets to Houston. We don't know. It's not confirmed that it's going to happen, but there's rumors that they're trying to push to get KD and Jimmy Buckets. What do you think about that, Canteen? What would that do for the Rockets if they were able to pull that off?
I think that would catapult the Rockets to a different place in the NBA out west, because like last year they finished like what, number 11 or something of that nature last year.
Okay.
Like they finished
right.
The Rockets finished the season at 41-41. They finished number 11. Now I'm gonna take what you said. Now I think Kevin Durant and Jimmy Buckets will be a great addition to that organization. But here's my opinion, and I'm gonna skip everything that I think that would be great. But with that plus that means the Rockets are gonna have to turn over a whole new leaf and play really, really better, because they finished at the bottom half of the conference. I think a great landing spot for Kevin Durant, now this is just Canteen saying this, would be Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, but the thing about going to a Miami flow is
Jimmy Buckets there.
Wait, Jimmy Butler's already in Miami.
No. I said Durant.
Oh, Durant. Bring Durant. Okay.
So still having a Jimmy Bucket and KD together, tandem.
I think they could do some damage.
Okay.
You know that is not a terrible idea, actually.
Well, and that's not a bad idea. And I think wherever KD, I think Jimmy is a good compliment to him, because he's the true alpha guy. And where KD wants to play ball, he doesn't want to get into, hey, let's move motivational guy. He's not really a leader. He's just a bucket getter. And I think Jimmy Buckets will bring the leadership style. What do you think, Jake, about either KD playing with Jimmy or both of them going to Houston?
I think we have to now be in, and I hate to do this, but we have to be honest here, guys. I think Jimmy Buckets will change a team's life for good. But I think KD has now become the Charles Barkley of whenever he left the Suns. I mean, not the Suns. Was it the Suns?
Rockets. After he left the Suns, after he
tuning in, my brother. We appreciate you. You know, I love you. I'll see you when I come home.
Hey, thanks,
everybody.
Remember when Charles Barkley was just trying to chase a ring and he wasn't that good anymore? That's what I'm trying to say that KD has become. He doesn't bring anything to the team anymore. He can score.
Okay, that's
he is the Rudy Gay
Charles
of this
Barkley
era.
Didn't win any titles. Kevin Durant won 2 titles.
More than ever to the Rudy Gay of this era, Omar. Yes or no?
Rudy Gay didn't win any titles. Kevin Durant won 2 titles.
What I'm saying is anything that KD does from here on out, he will not change a team's trajectory that they can use.
That is not true at all.
That is not true at all.
I'm being on. No. Guys, if y'all think that's crazy, what happened to the Suns? What happened to the Nets?
They didn't have a leader.
That's not because of him.
The Nets were never able to play together.
His last real spot was the Warriors where he won the
championship. The 3 top players for the Nets played like 15 games in 3 years together. They never won.
Guys, I know I'm ahead of this curve, but KD does not change any. You didn't like Harden. He is the new Rudy Gay of this era now.
Rudy Gay?
Dang,
he will score you his 25 to 30 points, but he will not do anything else. He's not a game changer. He doesn't decide whether the game's won or lost anymore. I'm sorry.
Those are such low blows, Jake. Those are low blows.
No, they're honest.
I had a really bad joke, a distasteful joke that I was going to say. I'm not going to say it because now that it probably wouldn't be, it might get us canceled. So I'm not going to say it. But you have never been ahead of any curve. You ain't ahead of this curve, okay, brother? Sorry to tell you. You are completely missing the boat on this.
I think in 1 to 2 years, Omar, you will be agreeing with me saying KD doesn't move any needle at all. He is honestly, and I hate to say this, he is the Aaron Rodgers of the NFL. I mean, of the NBA.
Oh my God.
He does.
No,
Aaron Rodgers has no hope. He has no promise at all. There's nothing. I said this last week.
If you drop KD on any team in the league, he is automatically their number 1 or their number 2, and he is dropping at least 25 points a game.
Are they championship favorites, Omar?
Here's the thing, though.
On any team.
It could be.
KD.
Stop, Omar. Stop it.
KD
Omar.
would
Be real with yourself for once.
KD is the ultimate number 2 on any team that has a 1.
I'm not hearing that.
Number 2
I
guy.
think we're done with that.
No, he is still an ultimate number 2 guy.
I saw the Phoenix Suns without him go to the championship. I see them with him, and they can't even damn near get past the second round.
That's because it's not a good combination. They should have never made that.
Oh, of course. It's all everybody else's fault.
All need the ball, Jake. Just like you were talking about, LeBron didn't have the right players around him.
I've seen LeBron. Do not compare KD to LeBron. I've seen LeBron go to every single team and get them a chip. This guy is a cheap knockoff of LeBron.
About? You can't count the asterisk.
Oh, bubble. Stop.
You can't count
that. Like I said,
nobody counts that.
Has become the Rudy Gay of this era. I'm sorry I'm ahead of the curve. I'm sorry that I've hurt people's feelings with that.
I don't know why. By the way, I don't know why Rudy Gay is catching random strays right now. Like,
Rudy Gay was a great player. He was
watching this like, why am I catching?
But he would score 20 to 25 points a game, and that was it. There was no. You were never watching Rudy Gay thinking, damn, he's going to change.
You know why he says that? Because he was with the Spurs for a while, and he was actually pretty solid. He could be a number 3 guy.
Oh, but he disappointed you so bad.
No, I'm talking about his Memphis days when he was supposed to be a top-tier player. But he never moved the needle for Memphis.
I remember him being a top-tier player. I remember he was always a guy.
He was supposed to help those teams out.
He was never a true number 1 guy, though.
I never said he had to be. Neither is KD, though. And I don't think he's a number 2 anymore. I think for KD to win.
Look, when he was in his prime, he was a number 1 guy. He just didn't have.
I'm gonna be honest.
Number 1 attitude. He didn't have the attitude of number 1.
He has to go to a
right now.
team.
He's better off playing with a guy, with someone who has a number 1 guy, and he's the 2.
You can't name me a team he can go on.
Right.
That is right there teetering championship.
And so you're saying it would not work if he went to play with LeBron as a number 2.
I don't think so. I think he'd hurt the team than help.
Wow.
I really would. I really do.
I don't agree with that either.
Wow. So if that happens, I hope that happens now. And then that way you can say,
I think they would clash. I think they would clash hard.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they would clash.
I don't think they would clash. I think KD could be a 2 to his. I don't know. I think they can play together because LeBron.
I think KD needs to accept the fact.
Now that we're talking more about it, though, I do like the KD to Miami idea because of the fact that
it is a good idea.
We already tried point guards in Miami and nothing happened, right? We sent Kyle Lowry out there. That didn't help like we thought it was going to. So now try to give Jimmy Butler a shooter. He's not a shooter. He's a good offensive player, but he's taking jumpers. He's dropping the basket. Now you got Kevin Durant. He can kick it out to him every time. You got Trips J, Jaime Hawkins Jr., one of my favorites. Well, my flat out UCLA, my boy. But you got him out there making good assists. So yeah, I think that's
okay. All right. Any final thoughts, Canteen, on this subject?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Any other NBA stuff you want to tap in on? Anybody had on their mind? Yeah.
Lakers stuff. All
right. Shut up, hater.
And
the champion sports professor. Professor.
Bottom line.
All right. So there's rumors out there. I'll let you go first, Professor, that there's this big thing with Garcia and Haney and all this drama back and forth, but there's also rumors that they haven't even got paid from Golden Boy. What is the deal? Do you have any inside word on what happened and why they haven't gotten paid, or why they're both complaining about not getting paid? What's going on over there?
I personally do not have the insight, but this gives me a great chance to say the person that does is our combat sports and UFC insider, boxing insider, the Wolf, Clubber D, the Combat G. We will have our combat special this Thursday at 8 p.m. So tune in at Ball and Buds or at the Bottom Line Sports to catch out what Clubber D has to say about all this. But what I will say is Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy are very shady when it comes to business practices. This isn't the first time he's been accused. As we saw, Benavidez, was accusing him at that press conference a couple months ago of shady business practices.
Okay.
So let's not get it twisted. Oscar, I don't know him personally, but from all accounts, is not the most trustworthy person to know. So, you know.
But here's the thing, though. It wasn't just Golden Boy. It was also, was it Danzin? Both of them were supposed to pay the person. They have, and neither one of them have apparently, given up whatever the purse was for these fights. Not just Golden Boy.
I don't know. Y'all tune in to see what Clubber D has to say. He's going to have the.
Yeah, I know what Clubber has to do. I'm kind of interested in why they haven't gotten paid and what's the deal. What's the holdup? Is this typical for a fight? A big fight. Does it take time to get paid that way? Maybe that's typical. Omar, I'm not sure.
I mean, also we got to think about all the stuff that happened with the PD and having to get the E-sample possible that. Promoters and the companies were like, oh, well, we're not going to pay until all this gets figured out.
Right.
Possibly. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I was just wondering, maybe that's a typical thing that happens from time to time, depending on what the situation, that they don't get paid for a while. But all right, anything else?
Yeah, I'll make sure Thursday at 8 p.m. Tune in.
Clubber D, the Combat G. Appreciate you. All right. Any NFL stuff, Cam? I know you love NFL stuff. Anything you wanted to bring up on the NFL side?
No,
Don't let Jake play that early. I want to hear Jake cape for his boy. I want to hear Jake cape for his two boys, Haney and Garcia. Come on, what you got to say now, sucker? Now he's been suspended for a year. Where you at, boy?
I think it's embarrassing that Haney is doing those stupid things. Haney actually asked what's their company, Dazzin or whatever.
Before you go, Jake, real quick, I was going to say, we know that Tank has been kind of taken up for Garcia, and he didn't want to get tested by VADA. Anything to that, you think? Or is it just, hey, he got caught cheating and that's it? Suspended.
Phone is in the
Go
screen.
ahead.
Well, Omar, are you asking Omar?
I'm asking you, Jake, because you're the
yeah. I think, guys, this is the bad thing about boxing. I think everybody's misusing stuff. I think this is why their sport is in the tank like this, because there's no trustworthy people. Haney over here is he won the no contest. You got your butts whooped. Shut up, man. What are you talking about? He got it approved to be a no contest. Stop it. We saw it all on live TV. You got your butt whooped, dude. If I'm Ryan, I tell him one thing and one thing only. In 1 year, when I come back, I'll whoop your ass again. And when I do, I don't want to hear you talk ever again.
Okay. So you don't think that the cheating brings anything on Garcia at all?
If he's cheating, Gervonta is too. Then.
Really?
Right.
Okay.
All right. I just want to make sure you know that your boy was of the convicted cheater and is now suspended for 1 year. So
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that I've said this before, and me and Tony have gone back and forth about some of this stuff. Me and Tony, the
Savant.
Yeah, we've gone back and forth about the.
That'll be going crazy.
The ads would be cracking me up, son. I'd be dying.
Me and Tony in the green room would go back and forth about this stuff. But yeah, I just feel like, I know Clubber D has said this before, that there's a lot of dirty things in boxing. And a lot of times, even there's even been fights where you're like, how did that guy win the fight? That's impossible. I mean, it's obvious he lost the fight. I mean, a lot of people, you can name different fights. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I'm sure Clubber D can plenty of fights that he thought, well, man, the other guy should have won that fight. And so there's a lot of dirty things that happen in boxing, and I was just putting it out there that maybe this is one of those things. We know that Ryan Garcia, right before all this came out, he had just endorsed Donald Trump, and of course, a lot of media people and celebrities do not like Donald Trump, and so once he endorsed him, I feel like part of that was going after him. But that's just me. I mean, there's a lot of dirty things happening in any sport, but I know boxing is known for a lot of dirty tactics and things and behind the scenes and that kind of stuff. And Tony DeFont, he dismissed it. I mean, he didn't even give it a chance, but he's given it a chance that possibly LeBron is taking PEDs. He's given that a chance for some reason, but he won't give a chance that maybe Garcia, somebody, rolled him up and, trying to, put him out for it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm not saying that did happen. I'm just saying it's a possibility. We've had a lot of dirty things in boxing happen. So, but anti-Garcia guys don't think so. So the pro ones do. So that's just the way it is.
I just can't afford that. You know how I feel about it when it comes to drugs in sports, and especially combat sports, when you can kill somebody. You're not supposed to have any level of ostarine in your body at all. And that's pretty hard to come by, even if it was a tainted supplement, which I highly doubt. And it's not because of Garcia or who he is. It's anybody. When it comes to drugs in sports, if you test positive, this isn't like a court of. It's not like a real court where you're innocent until proven guilty. In the game of athletics and cheating by using steroids, I'm automatically going to assume you're guilty if you piss dirty. So
okay, that's fair. All right. Anything else, guys? I was gonna say that there was a story of McCarthy saying he was fed up with Jerry Jones. I don't know. People are saying maybe it's true. Maybe he's just putting it out there to try to seem like he's
he better shut his mouth or he don't have a job.
What?
What?
I'm just saying there's in this place.
For real.
Fed up with Jerry Jones, and I mean, it's for me. I've been fed up with Jerry Jones for a long time, but I'm just saying.
There's an old adage, Flo. Who can get fired? The owner or the coach or the general manager? The owner ain't getting
but
fired.
I mean, he's already. It seems like he's on the hot seat, so I don't know. But anyway, that story came out not too long ago. What do you think, Cantina? Do you think he's really fed up, or do you think it's just somebody just putting something out there in the rumor mill?
Man, it's just rumor mill, man. I mean, we need to focus on first things first as an organization, man. Focus on winning. Our first 5 games of the season are about winning. Get these guys the deals that they deserve, man. Let's win. I'm so tired of I'm so sick of talk, man. We got to do something, man. We've been talking for so long.
Do we need to sign Dak before the season, or just let him make this kind of a prove a year?
He don't deserve no money. He don't deserve nothing, man.
He's gonna get 55, 60 million if we sign him for multiple years,
bro. So what they're saying? What's that saying? What is that saying? Is that we lock him in? We went and got Trey Lance. I mean, we still got Cooper Rush, but I mean, it's Dak. I think this is a prove a year, man. I don't think he'll be a Cowboy after this season. I really don't.
Okay.
He'll be in Seattle.
But you don't think there's any chance they sign him before the season starts?
Nope, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Focus on CeeDee Lamb, Michael Parsons, and the guys that are going to solidify your organization. Dak does not.
What do you think, Jake? Is this a prove it year that the Cowboys are giving Dak, or you think they sign him prior to the season? Jake?
I can't hear you go. What'd you say?
I said, do you think they sign Dak prior to the season beginning, or are Dallas going to let him make improvement?
I wouldn't sign anybody this year until you know who is playing for you for good. I'm going to tell you right now, this is embarrassing. This is hurt because I'm telling you right now, if Dak plays terribly and y'all paid him that much money, it'd be an embarrassing year. Yeah. It would look down upon and frowned upon. I'm telling you right now, you have the cards in your hand. Do not give them away.
I agree. What do you think? Go ahead, Omar.
No, I was going to say I agree completely with what Jake said. Yeah, you can't pay him until he proves it again this year. I like Dak. I don't know why he gets so much hate. I think he's a really good quarterback. He's top 10 easily. I would love to have him on the Raiders. But that being said, I wouldn't pay him until he proves that he can get you over the top. And so far, he has not done that. So, and it might be McCarthy. McCarthy too,
Yeah.
so it might be both of them.
Yeah, that's true. And I say you don't pay him either, just because the time to pay him was before all these guys got their deals. Before what's the guy from Detroit? Before these guys got their deals. I mean, because now the price isn't going to move much. Now there's no big name out there waiting to get paid, reset the market. So
Jared
Jared Goff and I can't remember the other guy.
Trevor Lawrence got paid.
Trevor Lawrence. At this point, there's no guy who's going to reset the market anymore between now and next year. And so,
Jordan Love.
You have the cards in your hands.
But they have him for 2 more years.
Jordan Love's supposed to get another contract this year, though.
They can extend him, though. They can still extend him. You don't have to pay him big money yet. But anyway, all I'm saying is they should. I agree with everybody. Wait and see what he does this year. And if you can lock in CD or Micah, go ahead and lock him in. That's what I say. Lock in CD Lamb or Micah Parsons. I mean, I would rather lock in Micah because it's harder to get that kind of defensive player. I mean, you can get another wide receiver. I mean, look what wide receivers are out there, man. To me, I mean, I wouldn't want to lose CD Lamb, but I mean, if I had to pick one, I would say CD. Let CD go if you have to.
Really?
Yeah, I think you can find another guy. I mean, he's gotten the highest targets in the NFL. How are you not going to be productive being the highest targeted wide receiver in the NFL? And if you've got some talent,
I think Flo has a good point because it's easier to find another wide receiver than it is to find a pass rusher.
Yep.
Pass rushers are very hard to find in this league.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to find those kind of athletes. I think you can find another receiver somewhere. I think we have a couple that could make up some of the slack on the.
No, let's not get that far. No, not one of those receivers are CD that you have on your roster.
We got a couple that could probably make up the difference. I think we got a couple.
Let's not reach now. Come on, Flo. I'm giving you a little bit of break.
Yes. I think we got a couple that can make up the difference. Brandon Cooks is still there. Jalen Tolbert's coming to his own. Jalen Brooks is going to be good. I like the guy that they drafted, Ryan Flournoy. I like his size. I like the way he plays. So,
man, what about the running back situation, man?
The running back situation, it is what it is. It's
Rico Dowdle
last year. Rico Dowdle was pretty good. He didn't get a lot of touches. He's going to split time with Zeke. Zeke's a better pass, in the passing game. He's better.
All right, Flo, here's my last take.
Okay, go ahead. Finish it up. All right, give it to us.
Go ahead and predict our season right now. Let's go. Go ahead and predict the season now.
Right now.
Let's go now, man.
The way too early.
GB goes a step above.
Perfect on my end. I thought I was great today. And yes, I do. I actually share with the internet.
I know he must share with everybody. His Wi-Fi is always so terrible. Like always jumping and
right today. It only missed.
It was good today.
One time today, though.
That's true. You actually was pretty good.
By the way, we gotta answer this real quick. I think Atlanta trades either Trey Young or DeJounte Murray. That's my.
Anybody got a take on that? I don't take on that. Next comment.
Man, I have no hope in the Hawks, man. I don't know what they're going to do.
No hope for the Hawks.
Hell no, man.
But still hope for his Falcons.
No, that's not a team. Cowboys is his team. Omar, what are you doing?
Yeah, okay.
He's really a Falcons
He's
fan.
A Falcons fan.
Show your true colors, man.
He's always a Falcons fan.
He's still got love for the Falcons. I agree, but he's a Cowboy. DC for life, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
He's trying to appease you, but deep down, he's still a Falcons fan at heart.
Hey,
Pantene, put your phone down, Pantene. Your phone done been at the picture the whole dang show. You know we're on live television, son. What are you doing?
37 at one point on the live. 37 on the live.
We appreciate y'all at the Bottom Line Sports.
Go sign up. Go make comments on this live, on our page, different places. We appreciate all you guys. Hey, see you next time on the Bottom Line Sports.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right.
Oh, by the way, everybody, don't forget Thursday night, 8
Ball
p.m.
and Buds.
Tune in at Ball and Buds for our Combat Sports Special, UFC, boxing, and all that good stuff with Clubber G on Combat.
Go tune in. Find out what type of thing it's about Garcia and Haney not getting paid. Maybe that's small. Maybe.
By the way, I just looked on YouTube, and apparently Tony the Savant and Clubber D are on a show right now together. They're trying to compete with us. They're taking eyes off of our show. What a bunch of bums.
Hey, they can't be that good because this has been our highest show so far, 37.
That's right.
37, baby.
Hey, shout out to them. I'm actually going to join. Tony wanted me to join for a little while.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, nice. All right, I'm going to watch.
Go catch Jake over there at, is it Tony's show?
Yeah, Tony's show, man.
Go catch Tony of the Savant and Jake. Hot Take, Jake. Make sure you promote us. Hot Take, Bottom Line Sports, Jake. All right?
Come on, I always do, guys.
Okay, all right. All right, we'll see you next time.
Go to the boat.
Woo.
Hey, peace out, y'all, at the Bottom Line.
They not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Go.
They not like us. They not like us.
They want to be like us.
Hey. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out.